Have you ever felt like life's challenges are almost too intense, like they're designed specifically to push you to the edge? Perhaps you've experienced a phase where every path seemed blocked, where you felt alone, misunderstood, or profoundly uncertain. What if I told you that these experiences weren't random, that, in fact, they are spiritual tests, uniquely reserved for those on a powerful, transformative journey? These tests are not easy, but they're meant to shape you, refine you, and reveal your true potential. If you're watching this video, there's a good chance you're someone who's been called to a higher purpose, and these spiritual tests are guiding you toward that. Let's dive into the 7 hardest spiritual tests that only those who are on the deepest spiritual journeys will encounter. You might recognize some, or all, of these tests in your own life. And by the end of this video, I hope you'll feel empowered to face them with renewed strength and understanding. So let's begin. 1. The test of isolation. The first spiritual test is one that can feel overwhelming and even painful: the test of isolation. Many people who walk the spiritual path experience periods of profound loneliness. Friends, family, and even the world itself might feel distant or disconnected. You may feel like no one fully understands what you're going through. Isolation can be frightening, and it may feel like a punishment, as if you're being pulled away from everything you know. But isolation serves a powerful purpose. This is the universe giving you the chance to look within, away from the distractions of everyday life. When we're constantly surrounded by others, it's easy to absorb their ideas, beliefs, and energies, often at the expense of our own. Isolation forces you to confront your inner world, to sit with your thoughts, and to get comfortable with who you are when no one else is around. During this test, it's essential to remember that solitude is not a punishment, but an invitation to explore your authentic self, to discover what you truly believe, and to strengthen your connection to your inner truth. In moments of solitude, you learn the strength of your own voice. You learn resilience, self-reliance, and the kind of wisdom that only comes from quiet reflection. 2. The test of self-doubt. The second test on this journey is the test of self-doubt. This can be one of the most difficult challenges, especially for those who are used to feeling confident and sure of themselves. Self-doubt on the spiritual path can feel relentless, like a nagging voice questioning every choice you make, every belief you hold, and even your very worth. You may find yourself wondering if you're truly capable, if you're really on the right path, or if you're just fooling yourself. But there is a deeper purpose to this test. Self-doubt is like a chisel that carves away the parts of us that are not grounded in our own truth. When we face doubt, we're forced to dig deep and find our own answers. It's not about relying on the opinions or assurances of others, but about building a foundation of self-trust that is unshakable. By learning to overcome self-doubt, you develop a strength that doesn't depend on anyone else's approval or validation. You learn to trust your intuition, to rely on the wisdom within you, and to step forward with courage, even when the path is unclear. The test of self-doubt can feel brutal, but it's a refining fire, shaping you into someone who knows who they are and trusts their own journey. 3. The test of losing everything familiar. Next is the test of losing everything that's familiar. This is perhaps one of the most disorienting experiences you can go through on a spiritual path. Sometimes it seems like everything you know and love is suddenly slipping away. Relationships end, careers fall apart, or life circumstances change so drastically that you hardly recognize your own life. This can feel devastating, like the ground has been pulled out from under you. But what if these losses are actually clearing space for something new? This test is about letting go of attachments to what we know and embracing the unknown. Losing the familiar can strip away what we no longer need, making room for growth and transformation. It's in these moments of profound change that we're given the opportunity to rebuild our lives on a foundation that aligns with our highest values and purpose. Yes, it's incredibly painful to lose the familiar, but it's also liberating. It allows you to see what's essential and to discover a life that's more authentic, more aligned with who you're becoming, rather than who you've been. 4. The test of being misunderstood. The next test is one that every spiritually awakened person encounters, the test of being misunderstood. As you grow and change, you may find that the people around you don't fully understand your journey. They may question your beliefs, misunderstand your intentions, or even criticize your choices. This can feel isolating and even alienating, especially when it comes from those you care about most. The test of being misunderstood teaches you to stay true to your own path, even when others don't see or understand it. It's a reminder that you're on a unique journey and that not everyone will, or needs to, understand it. This test is about building the courage to follow your own truth, regardless of how others perceive it. Being misunderstood can be painful, but it also strengthens your authenticity. It challenges you to live in alignment with your own values and beliefs, even when it's uncomfortable. In a way, this test is a gift, because it frees you from seeking approval from the outside world. Instead, it encourages you to find that approval within yourself. 5. The test of the dark night of the soul. One of the most intense and transformative tests is known as the dark night of the soul. This is a period where you may feel utterly lost, disconnected, and even hopeless. It's a kind of spiritual crisis, where everything that once gave you comfort or meaning seems to fall away. In this state, it feels like you're wandering through darkness, with no light at the end of the tunnel. The dark night of the soul is not easy, and it's often one of the hardest parts of the spiritual journey, but it's also incredibly transformative. This test strips away everything that's false, forcing you to confront the very core of who you are. It's a kind of spiritual purification, removing anything that no longer serves you, even if it's painful. The beauty of this test is that it often leads to a profound awakening. By facing the darkness, you emerge with a new understanding, a deeper connection to your true self, and a sense of purpose that's clearer than ever. The dark night of the soul is like a rebirth, allowing you to emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your higher self. 6. The test of patience and uncertainty. Another challenging test on this path is the test of patience and uncertainty. Spiritual growth is rarely a straight line, and there are often periods where it feels like nothing is happening, even though you're putting in the work. This can be incredibly frustrating, especially when you're eager to see progress or change. This test teaches you to surrender to the process, to trust that things are unfolding in divine timing, even if you can't see the results yet. It's about letting go of the need for immediate answers or outcomes and learning to live with patience and trust. By enduring this test, you develop a sense of inner peace, a calm acceptance of life's unfolding, and a deep trust that everything happens when it's meant to. Patience teaches you to appreciate the journey itself rather than focusing solely on the destination. It's a reminder that growth often happens in the quiet, unseen moments, and that transformation takes time. 7. The test of letting go. The final test is the test of letting go. This can be one of the hardest lessons on the spiritual path. Letting go means releasing control, surrendering attachments, and allowing things to be as they are. This could mean letting go of people, of expectations, of old beliefs, or even of the person you thought you were. Letting go is difficult because it feels vulnerable, but it's also incredibly liberating. This test teaches you to trust the flow of life, to embrace change, and to let go of the need to control everything. By releasing attachments, you create space for new possibilities and allow your soul to align with its highest purpose. This final test reminds us that true freedom comes from surrender. When you let go, you open yourself up to the guidance and support of something greater, allowing life to lead you toward the experiences and people that are meant for you. These 7 tests are challenging, but they're also powerful tools for growth. They shape you, strengthen you, and bring you closer to your highest self. The journey of a chosen one isn't easy, but it's one of the most rewarding paths you can take. If you found these insights helpful, be sure to subscribe to join a community of others on this journey. And let me know in the comments which of these tests resonates most with you. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are not alone on this path.